Well, welcome to the Cinnabar. Now, I've been cooped up in the shop working on old guns way too much lately, so I just couldn't stand it. I grabbed a neat old Winchester and come out here to enjoy a little bit of sunshine and fresh air. And today we're not going to be talking about any one particular firearm or even any particular gunsmithing technique. Today I want to talk to you about a job opening. As I've fallen further and further behind on work and getting spread further and further out on different projects, and we've got some really neat projects coming up and some big long-term projects that I'll soon be able to talk about. It's kind of premature yet, but we've got some neat plans both as far as gunsmithing and here on the ranch. So I think they'll generate quite a little bit of excitement. But anyway, you know, I find myself in need of a little help in the shop, and I know I've had several people talk to me about apprenticeship opportunities, and maybe that'll come along at some point, but right now I really need somebody with some experience gunsmithing, either as a professional gunsmith or maybe a recent gunsmith school grad, because I just don't have the time to be able to devote to an apprentice right at the moment. So I really need somebody who can take on some work in the shop if I'm not always there looking over their shoulder. Now, the job itself is primarily just going to be gunsmithing, and some initially trying to get the shop set up. You see, I started taking on guns before I had the shop all set up, and now I find myself in a position I can't get the shop set up and organized the way that I'd really like to. So I do need some help in that regard. But primarily we work on Winchesters and Colts and an occasional Sharps or Marlin or Savage thrown into the mix, but rarely, if ever, do we work on any modern guns in this shop. We'll be doing, you know, the full gamut, stock work, mostly rust blue, although we are set up to, or hopefully will soon be set up to do some caustic blue and some color case hardening and those kind of things. So, you know, if you've got an interest in that kind of work and on those kind of guns, this might be something to be interested in. Now, I know this might not be a good fit for everybody, being out here in the boondocks, isolated like we are, and even folks that move out here and think they're really going to like it. A lot of times it's just too much of a shock to their system being out here like this. So if the right person come along, we just consider it like a 6-month trial period where you come out here. If you think you like it after 6 months and things are working out, we could extend it. Or if you're a recent gunsmith school grad, just consider it a 6-month internship. We just getting started, so we can't offer a big wage, but we do have housing here. Some of our hired hands quarters are open, and they're not 4-star accommodations, but it is a roof over your head, and we even have indoor plumbing, believe it or not. Now let's talk a little bit about the area. Lake County, Oregon, at over 8,000 square miles, is bigger than several East Coast states. Yet we have a population of about 7,000 people and 300,000 cows. Now, most of the human population lives far up to the north end of the county or far down to the south end of the county. Our only local little community is called Paisley, about 200 people there. It's a town steeped in Old West history and tradition, and the headquarters of the ZX Ranch is there. That's the largest ranch in America at almost 1.4 million acres, if you throw in all the federal grazing allotments and whatnot. We've got a wonderful school here, one of the best in the state. Wonderful scholarship program. Kids that go to school here 4 years pretty much have school paid for. Last year we had a graduating class of 4. We measure the distance to our neighbors here in miles, and the distance to the nearest McDonald's in hours. There's not a stoplight in this county for as big as it is. It's just a whole different way of life out here. So if long hours and low wages and a very limited social life appeal to you, we might have just the opportunity for you. But on the other hand, if you have some experience and have an interest in working on great old guns, spending some time out here in God's country, don't hesitate to contact us. You can find our contact information on our webpage, cinnabargunworks.com, or send us an email, cinnabargunworks@gmail.com. Please don't call, because I just have such a heck of a time getting any work done with that phone going off all the time, and I don't know if there'll be so much interest that my phone would blow up or not. But if you just send us an email or contact us on our webpage, and you know, express an interest and tell us what your background is, then we'll be sure and get back to you. I sure appreciate it, and until next time, happy trails from the Cinnabar.